commentators and contributors of the community, even outside of the West, it's going to be amazing to see QUARPI take this, but we don't know for sure, and QUARPI is just having such a fun run with this, and Fort looking to try to get that second chance against the Gaius.
Yeah, Fort, I think, is just practicing that blitz currently, looking for ways to keep getting these all clears over and over. And for QUARPI, that's just going to be extra downstack practice. Both players are timing perfectly to ensure that they get this off. There's a DPC continuation from Fort. Unfortunately, goes for the fractal follow-up. QUARPI tries to spike it out, but is not going to do so successfully.
Oh, but QUARPI looks strong with the 6-3, though.
I mean, is maintaining 160 APM at 3 pieces per second. You're not going to see that from many players. But Fort is also doing the same. Just a battle of efficiency.
Do we want to... Are we going to get to see a 24? Or are we going to get to see a 24 from QUARPI?
I think we might. We're getting there.
I think we might. The mini? Yes? Yes?
23 builds up and for the quads.
That's 24. That's 24.
Wait, they passed it up. Wait, no, it was a misdrop.
No! Oh, QUARPI, no, doesn't get the 24, and that's going to be very costly.
And I think that's fatal. So I'm going to... yeah, I'm going to be honest. Your oh no sounded like a Mickey Mouse sound effect. Not going to lie, TGK. I want that on loop.
Oh, God, QUARPI. That was actually so unfortunate. We would have had so much damage from that. Ooh.
Fort's going BT cannon continuation this time around.
The second round? Wow. And
yeah, and they get the PC finds. Going to be timing again, making sure that they're able to pull these loops off. It looks like they're just going to solidify for a TKI, though, to follow up. Gets a spike, and still has back-to-back. Yeah, that's going to be enough to top out QUARPI.
It's really all about that patience from Fort. As much as QUARPI has been really good to adapt to these sorts of things, Fort is always just, like I said with Tagayas, a very strong brick wall to really take it down, and it just takes so much effort to really do so. But QUARPI is just trying to play it fairly slow, especially at a speed that I don't think we've seen a lot from other competitors in the scene. So QUARPI is...
Oh, wow. What really a beautiful Imperial Cross from FORTISSIM. We're going to be continuing to combo through a little bit with downstack. Yeah, not going to get too much APM as a result, though.
Yeah, Fort is really making all these setups work in their favor, but they're really going to look for that extra continuation to make it happen. Very good.
Yeah, and there's only one line of garbage. Fort could potentially try to run with some very strong back-to-back.
Oh, but not so much.
What a T-spin setup for FORTISSIM.
Oh my
unfortunately has to cut it, but still did a fantastic job keeping back-to-back for as long as they did.
And QUARPI just slow.
QUARPI's still just countering like there's no tomorrow. I'm very surprised to see that despite the speed disadvantage, QUARPI really demonstrating that despite a lot of what recent players have said about speed being such a predominant factor in matches, with players like Westo really pushing the forefront for what can be done, QUARPI showing that the defensive playstyles and being able to counter garbage is not a dead strategy. And still lives that incredible spike from FORTISSIM.
Oh, that is some very good canceling by QUARPI. That would have been it if it weren't for that one line of send. And QUARPI is being able to turn it around just so perfectly. FORTISSIM waiting for that exact moment to change it back. And Fort is looking for all these plays to make it count. Well, QUARPI gonna have to delay a bit. I think that misdrop might have been one mistake too many, but they're still fixing it pretty good. QUARPI. Getting back down. Fort. Very good count to 5.
Yeah, and Fort keeps it clean as well. Back-to-back is continuing to build.
Yeah, Fort is really playing pretty comfortably, but they're starting to be pressured so much, and it's going to take a lot of effort to really get out of it, which
it
Fort
was
so demonstrates.
Yeah, has to break back-to-back, but still a very good decision there from Fort not to greed any more than they have to, because QUARPI does have the ability to spike people out if you do tend to play a bit overly aggressive. Oh, and the downstack combo from QUARPI, and they're able to get one on the board.
Like that. QUARPI takes a round against FORTISSIM. What a sight to see. And Fort is going to try the B team once again while QUARPI You know, simple as T-spin setup, you know, nothing too crazy. Very good triple to open up that garbage well. Not exactly good back-to-back pressure,
Gets
but...
the all clear.
Ooh.
And is going to actually just go into SDPC following the BT cannon. Or, well, doesn't get the PC.
Well, I mean, this is a Blitz player's decision. Oh.
Okay, it's still going through, but notice Fort is playing this shockingly a little bit slower and really taking their time to think through and look at QUARPI's board state to figure out how much is going to be countered and how much they're able to play aggressive. But QUARPI is doing a fantastic job keeping the board low almost the entire time. Yeah, all right, and 14 from Forts does push QUARPI up, but that's enough for a counter spike. Fort with a very good timing, making sure that they have something ready to send as well.
Oh, that's a beautiful setup for Fort. The STSD find? That's a very good find by Fort, but QUARPI is able to counteract that immediately. But they still need to do something with the setup. They're making pretty big cheese holes in the board.
Oh, QUARPI, though, doesn't have a good way to skim on that left side, and Fort is going to take another 3-1. All right, early Z and O. Let's see, will we see any opener out of Fort? It looks like we're just going to be seeing the usual from them. You see spin doubles, there's the STSD build. Are they going to let the garbage come in? Yes, they do. And going to just continue to build back-to-back on top is what it looks like. Gets to the garbage and clean. 8 back-to-back, there's the number. And still able to send some retaliating counter spikes as well. Fort continuing unfazed. Finally breaks it, but ensures trying to get to it, but QUARPI finds a downstack before Fort can send any more residual garbage.
Fort is really having a lot of effort to put on their hands, especially when dealing with QUARPI, who is known on the defensive side, but especially at this kind of level, when you're Fort, you're going to need to do a lot more damage than you normally do in order to send QUARPI out, which he's done that 3 times, so it's not so hard to think about, but knowing QUARPI, you don't know what kind of shenanigans they're going to pull up.
Oh, little misdrop T, but still has some dig options. Also has that, wow, gets the 10 spike on downstack. Quad multiplier on the downstack. Fort with the back-to-back, tries to push through, and is going to get another top out onto QUARPI. Yeah, and it's 4-1. Really trying to see if they can pull themselves into a massive lead early on to try and pull things through. All right, as we see the SDPC.
Very interesting parapet continuation by QUARPI. It's not really going to continue a lot into anything, but they so desperately want to do something with it. And FORTISSIM is just playing simple 6-3. Unfortunately, going to have to break that back-to-back, all thanks to that horizontal eyepiece misdrop. Something you don't want, especially when trying to maintain damage. But QUARPI is able to capitalize off that and just send just a bit more back, which is a lot of cheese. Especially for someone like QUARPI,
little
who loves to send.
Quad for Fort. Almost misdrops the T-spin double, but not going to. Huge spike, though, from QUARPI. 96 APM, but that's all that's needed.
It's all about that patience from someone like QUARPI. And that really demonstrates it perfectly. And FORTISSIM, of course, going for that SDPC special. Not going to go for the PC, but choosing to continue with the downstack.
Oh, QUARPI with the massive spike. That's 14, but Fort is ready for it. He can still try to combo through. And a little bit of the counter spike there from Fort, plus follow-up is going to be too much for QUARPI. And so Fort, 5-2. Lead isn't really starting to get ran away with, though. QUARPI is still keeping things very, very tight.
Oh, very good PC find by QUARPI. Not going to get that PC. Not going to get that second one, though. All thanks to FORTISSIM's line sending. You know, as a Blitz player, you tend to see a lot of these actions and, actions and decisions.
8 back-to-back. Is Fort going to do something with it here? Or are we going to see a skim? We're just going to see it skim down.
QUARPI with that C-spin going to be able to send just a bit. Now both of these players very much safe and neutral. Who knows what they're going to cook up? Oh, very good dono by QUARPI too. Whoa, what is this? What is this by QUARPI? That's an interesting delay.
Oh wow, and a beautiful overhang as well to boot.
Yeah, it definitely seems like QUARPI is definitely one with the wild card type. Very good wait by Fort.
Well, yeah, Fort was debating that STSD setup and figured it was not the best time to pull it out, and I believe that was a correct decision on their parts. Ooh, I think it might have been a little bit of a mishold potentially from Fort. Actually just going to go all the way back down to ground zero and try and build a new stack from below. Could be building up some back-to-back.
QUARPI just having so many decisions, and that really kind of falters in their play. When they have so much to choose from, they really tend to get lost in thought.
Ooh, 8 back-to-back.
Yeah, but
Fort
QUARPI
could
is
try and get a spike off, but no, gonna have to break back-to-back as well.
Yeah, and FORTISSIM has all of these choices to make too, but they're really finding it immediate, especially compared to QUARPI, who's just looking to be slower. But Fort, on the other hand, just about as slow, if not slower. Very good mech by QUARPI. Oh. But they're still trying to figure out what else to do, but they're pretty high on the board, and this might be pretty risky.
Oh, yeah. The eyepiece doesn't skim.
Yeah, the one hole on the board.
Just a lot of long games here for QUARPI. Just the defensive play is unmatched. But FORTISSIM still able to keep getting away with a lot of wins here and there. Oh my goodness, sets up the STSD. That's a fantastic spike.
That is a lot of damage for Fort. But all that doesn't matter.
Oh, wow. And just, a little misdrop there on Fort's side. But gonna just can turn this into a T-spin triple kick, into a fractal, into the floating T on top. However, QUARPI, a beautiful, fantastic board state.
But Fort is still alive. No matter how much damage QUARPI does, he's still going.
Fort, I think, wanted to try to see if that ice spin is gonna work. Gets the triple.
Oh, very good weight by QUARPI. They're continuing that height difference, going to try to maintain as much as they could to get a lot of back-to-back garbage. Very good mini 2. And the mech. And the continuation. They're at the 8. Very good dono.
Oh no, eyepiece misdrop though from QUARPI. Has to be careful, but is able to get through scot-free. Opens the well. It's 13 back-to-back.
Has to break it, unfortunate.
Oh, and there we go. Fort with the timing as well. Trying to see what they can do. Beautiful 180 spin.
Oh my god, this is really just a cat and mouse chase for both players despite the lead difference. QUARPI just wants to take it back for what's worth. And FORTISSIM is really starting to struggle, but the down stack is looking pretty mighty beautiful, but the greed...
Wow! And the back-to-back spike from QUARPI. And it's another game, 3-6.
QUARPI getting back into the mood of things. FORTISSIM going with that STPC. Oh, QUARPI unfortunately not going to get that.
Oh, Fort misdrops the STPC.
Oh, I'm pretty sure QUARPI might be able to capitalize off this. Oh.
Well, I feel like I feel like it's a nature of the defensive playstyle. It takes a little bit more for QUARPI to solidify on some things. Beautiful decision on down stacking. Not exactly needed to be a last-minute decision, but still on the bare bones.
Oh my god, QUARPI choosing not to greed over there, as it might have been costly for another round and another round win on Fort's book. But they're still going with this kind of momentum, still trying to play it fairly safe and clean, and just their main objective is just the power stack and see what works. See if Fort can make as many mistakes as QUARPI's had in the past few runs and being able to reflect on it. So all of this adaptive thinking for QUARPI is going to be very, very important later on, and Fort is just doing the best they can to do a lot of damage, but QUARPI, very amazing prophecy by QUARPI.
Oh, and Fort has such good garbage, though, to continue on to a center wall stack. 7 back-to-back. QUARPI, though, does live.
Oh,
and it's going to be some cheesy garbage for Fort, so Fort has to be careful. Beautiful job cleaning things up. That's 10 back-to-back, but QUARPI's ready with a bit of a counter spike. That does force the pop off of FORTISSIM. The 180.
Yeah, QUARPI's going to need to find some specific way of ending this round, as we're almost 2 minutes into the match, while FORTISSIM has the 9-0 to really work this out, but they really need some sort of idea on how to transition into something deadly. QUARPI is just getting away with this back-to-back, but has to break it early. They just want the favor clean, but... Oh, very good fix by QUARPI too, being able to get that immediate fix no matter what. Very good 182. Oh my god, Fort is
Oh
struggling.
my goodness, the Z spawns in. Can they get skims? No, they cannot. And that's going to be yet another win for QUARPI. It's 4-6.
Oh my god, I can tell by the nerves on QUARPI. They have never faced someone like Fort just do so much pressure onto their mental, but also so much pressure in general. And all these mistakes.
Oh, has to be careful with the skims.
Fort almost kills QUARPI, but QUARPI manages to make it out alive while Fort is continuing that back-to-back pressure, but QUARPI ain't having that.
Another spike, but QUARPI counter spikes in order to stay alive.
Oh, beautiful dono by QUARPI. Oh my god, this could be all or nothing for the Korean commentator. Still putting on so much to Fort, but Fort is still holding on. Just like how Fort is holding on to all this garbage.
150 APM out of 2.7 PPS from both Fort and QUARPI. It's about as efficient as you could ask for from a match between two players here in TWC. But I definitely think Fort intentionally working on this efficiency. No, the misdrop that cuts off all burns below that point in the stack. However, Fort able to use a little bit of speed at the top, but it's not going to be enough before QUARPI manages to get the few extra lines to top them out. And it's 5-6. QUARPI versus FORTISSIM. Looks like FORTISSIM, TKI.
This is so nerve-wracking for Fort. Imagine almost being at a tied-up scenario. This might have been PTSD for what he had against Tagayas earlier, but they really need to keep their cool going in order to secure the set and get a rematch. But QUARPI has all this energy to really continue all that pressure.
Oh my goodness, the center well. And look at that. I think we got 170, 180 APM from like 3 pieces per second out of QUARPI. The efficiency is really doing a number on FORTISSIM. Just unable to find a way to close things out.
Yeah, FORTISSIM is just really putting all of what's worth, and QUARPI doesn't have the skin to solve himself.
And the 180 APM out of 2.7 pieces per second, FORTISSIM definitely being sure to take it a little bit slow and trying to out-efficiency QUARPI here. Seems to be working out rather well. It looks like now they're going to just go for the all-clears, it seems. QUARPI, though, does have the ability to downstack through. FORTISSIM misdrops the all-clear.
Oh, and now it's going to be for QUARPI. Oh, God.
All right, let's see how FORTISSIM and QUARPI react. QUARPI still playing at a very consistent pace, around 2.5 pieces per second. Fort also trying to slow things down as a result.
A very good dono by Fort, but not going to be able to get another one, except for that mini continuation. Very good find by Fort. That 9-0 pressure, of course, with them being very good at single player tech. They're able to capitalize off that back-to-back chain, but has to break it, unfortunately. QUARPI still holding on very safely, still being sent a lot of cheese, but that cheese is some pretty good ammo. Oh, it's a very interesting dono continuation by QUARPI, and Fort is still trying to find a way to get some damage done and dealt with. But QUARPI is still going. He is still continuing. He still has a way to... he still has plenty of ways to send as much as he could. No matter if it's cheese, no matter if it's garbage, it could mean anyone's decision. And the mechs, too. Can't forget about the mechs. Can't forget about the mechs, and QUARPI is still going.
Alright, Fort making good work of that garbage. Might potentially try to build up some back-to-back. We'll see. There's the 13 spike. QUARPI has to break back-to-back, but there's clean garbage once they get down to it. Beautiful comboing through from QUARPI to make sure not to lose any momentum. But Fort is starting to turn on the jets. God. And another win for Fort, bringing that lead back to 3. And again, it still doesn't look safe, though, for FORTISSIM. QUARPI still already has 5 wins. And with the ability to... Oh, my... Oh, wow, what a T-spin single kick for FORTISSIM. Able to still keep the back-to-back building without sending too much garbage. One of the hidden benefits of keeping those T-spin singles. The free C-spin, the 1 in 10 garbage. Opens the well back up. We're at 9 back-to-back. FORTISSIM, I think, almost taking one out of QUARPI's book, building up that back-to-back slowly but surely. Unfortunately, has to let it pop and is going to try and see if this extra bit of pressure will
Oh!
push QUARPI over the edge, but it's not going to do so.
Oh my god, QUARPI is hanging on a thread. That board looked like they might have topped out immediately, but they still managed to dig through it, and FORTISSIM is still playing off that 9-0 strat that they so desperately try to look for. Very amazing count to 8 by Fort, but the Z-Myth strat by them is going to be a bit to take in. And the eye funneling, but they still fix it immediately, while QUARPI is just still playing a bit faster than
Oh
Fort?
my goodness, Fort, the fin spin
Oh my god.
in order to get that. I guess at this point, with Fort taking their time a little bit and thinking about these pieces to make sure they're not getting plonked out.
Oh,
I mean, maybe you can go for some of these wild builds, but... Oh, there we go, and Fort sees the opportunity to build that extra garbage and sends a huge spike.
FORTISSIM still taking a pretty hefty lead over QUARPI. QUARPI has had such a loser's bracket run, so losing to Fort might not be surprising, but it might be detrimental.
Okay, and yep, Fort just running with the BT cannon, but is timing it to make sure that they're able to get the all-clear solve. We see that does spike QUARPI up. QUARPI, though, does have the resources necessary. And Fort now going into their regular opener as a result after the BT loop, since it does... Well, I mean, it does loop, but...
It's definitely some sort of benefit for Fort, but it does keep it consistent as they are so used to it. But Fort is able to really use all of these situations. And
oh wow, the down stack combo from Fort, but QUARPI able to do likewise, get that quad on 5 combo. And another down stack combo for QUARPI as well, keeping things safe. Getting a little bit airtight. Fort has to break the back-to-back, unfortunately. But is still just right back into it, trying to build it up once again.
Oh my god, QUARPI is just
the
having
TeamTSD from Fort.
QUARPI is still trying to hold on, but all of this patience from Fort is just really putting so much momentum. But the double card might be able to send a lot to Fort, and this is pretty pressuring, but Fort gets back down, but QUARPI is not going to let that slide. Oh my goodness, QUARPI is still going, and I know it may sound like I'm repeating myself, but that's just because I've seen this all the time, and QUARPI is continuously adding a lot of defense to his name, while Fort is still having a lot of damage to 9-0, as we so see from every single round. Oh, that's a beautiful setup for Fort. That's going to secure this round.
Oh my goodness, FORTISSIM.
Yeah, that continuation was so beautiful by Fort. Doubling the amount of points of QUARPI and taking match point. This could be his game, or if QUARPI can make a miracle and make this into a deuce like he did with RKY, also another fellow Canadian, who knows where this is going to go.
I mean, we've got well, I don't know if it's the last player from Korea currently standing, but definitely one of the shoutouts that I'd love to highlight if we do get a highlight reel for TWC matches. Facing FORTISSIM.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately falls, but now FORTISSIM, our lonesome Canadian that is still alive in this group stage, going on to face one of the top, if not the top player from Brazil in our grand final set. And both players sending over 2,000 lines, Fort only accepting